Most people think money will change their life. Rich people know money only reveals who you already are. Let me tell you something uncomfortable. Two people can earn the same salary. One stays broke forever. The other becomes wealthy. The difference is not intelligence. It's not luck. It's not even hard work. It's how they think about money. Most people chase money emotionally. The rich approach money strategically. And once your mindset changes, everything else follows. Today, I'm going to show you how rich people think about money. The exact mindset shift that changes everything. No hype, no motivation, just truth. Number 1. Money is a tool, not a goal. Most people grow up believing one dangerous lie. If I have enough money, everything will finally be okay. So they chase it. They obsess over it. They attach their identity to it. And without realizing it, they become slaves to the very thing they want to control. Rich people see this early. They understand something most people never do. Money has no meaning by itself. Money is not success. Money is not security. Money is not self-worth. Money is neutral. It only amplifies who you already are. If you are lost, money will make you more lost. If you are undisciplined, money will disappear. If you are insecure, money will never be enough. That's why so many people earn more, yet feel poorer inside. The emotional trap of money. For most people, money is emotional. It represents safety, validation, respect, freedom, revenge against the past. So every financial decision becomes charged with fear. Fear of not having enough, fear of losing status, fear of being judged, and fear is a terrible financial advisor. Rich people cut the emotional cord. They don't love money. They don't fear money. They use it. Money is leverage, not salvation. Here's the shift that changes everything. Rich people don't ask, "How much money can I make?" They ask, "What can money do?" Money becomes a tool to buy time, a tool to build systems, a tool to remove friction from life, a tool to create options. When money is a tool, you stop chasing it. You position yourself so money flows toward value. This is why the quietly rich never rush. They are building machines, not moments. Why chasing money keeps you poor. Chasing money creates urgency. Urgency creates bad decisions. You say yes to things you should refuse. You trade time for cash. You sacrifice long-term power for short-term relief. Rich people understand. Fast money feels good, but it weakens your future. They are willing to walk away from money that costs them peace, control, or integrity. That discipline is rare, and that's why it's expensive. Control comes before wealth. The real goal of money is control. Control over your time, your energy, your environment, your choices. When you need money emotionally, it controls you. When you master yourself first, money becomes obedient. This is why the rich invest in self-control before investing in assets. Because without inner discipline, outer wealth collapses. The quiet power shift. At some point, something changes. You stop asking, "How can I get rich?" And you start asking, "How can I build value that money can't ignore?" That's the moment you stop being a consumer of money and become an architect of wealth. No noise, no desperation, no flexing. Just calm execution. Money is a terrible master, but a powerful servant. The moment you stop worshiping money, it starts working for you. And that single mental shift is where everything begins. Number 2, the rich think in long-term horizons. Most people live trapped in now. Now money, now pleasure, now relief. They don't ruin their future on purpose. They simply don't think far enough. Rich people do. They understand something subtle but brutal. The future is decided by what you tolerate today. The pain most people avoid, thinking long-term is uncomfortable. It means delaying gratification, looking stupid in the short run, saying no when others say yes, being patient while nothing seems to move. Most people can't handle that silence. They want progress they can feel immediately. The rich accept something deeper. Progress is often invisible before it becomes inevitable, so they endure the quiet years. Time is the real currency. Poor thinkers measure life in money. Rich thinkers measure life in time. They ask, where will this decision put me in 5 years? Will this still matter in 10? Is this building momentum or just noise? They are not obsessed with speed. They are obsessed with direction, because speed without direction is how people burn out rich and end up poor. Why patience is a weapon. Patience is not weakness. It's strategic dominance. When you think long-term, you don't panic. You don't rush. You don't compete emotionally. You let others exhaust themselves, while you quietly accumulate advantage. This is why the rich look calm in chaos. They've already thought ahead. The compound effect nobody feels at first. Long-term thinking activates one invisible force. Compounding. Compounding money. Compounding skills. Compounding reputation. Compounding trust. At first it feels like nothing is happening. Then one day, everything changes at once. That's why the rich don't explain themselves early. They let results speak later. Short-term pleasure versus long-term power. Every day you are choosing between comfort now or control later. Most people choose comfort. The rich choose power. They sacrifice parties for preparation, applause for assets, urgency for strategy, not because they enjoy suffering, but because they understand the price of freedom. Thinking in decades changes behavior. When you think in decades, you don't destroy relationships for money. You don't gamble your reputation. You don't sell your future cheap. You move slower, but every step is heavier. That's real confidence. The quiet advantage. The greatest advantage of long-term thinking. You stop competing with people who think short-term. And once you leave that game, you win by default. The rich don't rush because they know time is either working for you or silently working against you. Long-term thinking is not about waiting. It's about building inevitability. And once wealth becomes inevitable, it becomes calm, quiet, unshakable. Number 3, income is important. Ownership is everything. Most people are proud of their income, their salary, their monthly numbers, their bonuses. They say, I earn more now. But rich people ask a different question. What do I own? Because income can stop. Ownership continues. The illusion of safety. A salary feels safe. Money arrives every month. There's structure. There's predictability. But here's the truth most people avoid. Income depends on permission. Ownership depends on structure. The moment permission is removed, income disappears. The rich see this early. That's why they don't feel secure with money they don't control. Why the rich don't worship paychecks. Rich people respect income, but they never rely on it. They use income as fuel, not as a destination. Fuel to buy assets. Fuel to invest in systems. Fuel to create leverage. They understand. If you only earn money when you work, you're always one step away from vulnerability. Ownership removes that fragility. Ownership is about leverage, not luxury. Ownership is not about showing off. It's not about status. It's not about ego. It's about leverage. Leverage of time, effort, skill, capital. When you own something that scales, your effort multiplies. When you don't, your effort expires. This is why the quietly rich often look ordinary. Their wealth is not visible. It's structural. Assets versus appearances. Most people buy things that consume money. The rich buy things that produce money. Poor thinking asks, can I afford this? Rich thinking asks, will this pay me back? Cars depreciate. Clothes fade. Status expires. But ownership compounds, and compounding doesn't care about applause. Emotional shift from worker to builder. This is where the identity changes. You stop seeing yourself as an employee, a freelancer, a hustler, and you start seeing yourself as a builder, an owner, a long-term strategist. That shift is uncomfortable because builders work in silence. They don't get instant validation, but they gain something more powerful: independence. Why ownership creates calm. When you own, you don't panic, you don't beg, you don't rush, because your foundation is not fragile. The rich sleep well, not because they earn more, but because they own things that keep working, even when they rest. That's real peace, the quiet reality. Most people will never be rich, not because they can't earn money, but because they never learn to convert income into ownership. They upgrade their lifestyle instead of upgrading their position. The rich do the opposite. They delay lifestyle to accelerate freedom. Income feeds you, ownership frees you. And once you understand that difference, you never look at money the same way again. Because wealth is not about how much you make, it's about how much you control. Number 4, the rich separate emotion from money. Most people don't lose money because they are stupid. They lose money because they are emotional. Fear, greed, ego, impatience, pride. Money touches the deepest parts of the human mind. And if you don't control those parts, money will expose you. Fear is the silent killer of wealth. Fear makes people sell too early, quit too soon, avoid opportunities, stay small to feel safe. Fear whispers, what if it fails? What if I lose everything? What will people think? Rich people hear that voice too. The difference? They don't obey it. They analyze risk calmly, then they move with intention, not recklessly, not emotionally, strategically. The ego trap. Ego is expensive. It makes people buy things to impress, take risks to look smart, refuse to admit mistakes, chase validation instead of results. The rich understand the market doesn't care about your ego, so they remove it. They would rather look slow and be right than look smart and be broke. That humility protects their capital. Loss is not trauma, it's tuition. Most people experience loss as pain. Rich people experience loss as information. They don't say, I failed. They say, I learned something costly and valuable. This mindset changes everything, because when loss stops being emotional, you stop being afraid to move, and movement is necessary for growth. Calm is a competitive advantage. In moments of chaos, the emotionally controlled dominate. When markets panic, they observe. When people rush, they wait. When emotions explode, they stay still. That calm allows them to see clearly, decide better, act at the right moment. This is why wealth transfers during crises, not to the smartest, but to the calmest. Emotional discipline is built, not born. Rich people are not emotionless. They are trained. They've learned to pause, to breathe, to delay reaction. They don't let a bad day become a bad decision. They don't let excitement override logic. That discipline compounds silently. Why emotional control creates longevity. Anyone can make money once. Staying rich is the real challenge. Emotional control is what protects wealth over time. It keeps you consistent, patient, grounded, and consistency always wins long term. Money rewards clarity and punishes emotion. If you want wealth that lasts, you must master yourself before mastering money, because the real enemy of wealth has never been the market. It's been inside you. Number 5, wealth is built in silence. Most people want to look rich. They want attention, applause, validation. They announce moves before making them. They celebrate too early. They expose everything. The rich do the opposite. They move quietly. Noise is a weakness. Noise comes from insecurity. When someone needs to be seen, it's often because they are unsure inside. The rich don't seek approval. They seek results. They understand. Tension attracts pressure. Silence attracts focus, so they protect their plans. Why the rich move in silence? Silence gives you freedom to fail privately, space to think clearly, protection from envy, control over timing. When you move in silence, mistakes don't destroy your image. They refine your strategy. That's power. Quiet work creates loud results. The rich don't rush to show progress. They let compounding do the talking. Years of invisible effort create moments that look sudden to outsiders. People say he got lucky, but luck was just unseen discipline. Privacy is a strategic choice. Privacy is not fear, it's intelligence. The rich don't reveal numbers. They don't overshare goals. They don't explain every move. They know. The less people know, the fewer opinions you have to manage. And opinion management drains energy. True wealth is internal first. The richest people are calm. They don't compete emotionally. They don't chase status. They don't need proof. Because their wealth started inside. Self-control, patience, clarity, discipline. Money followed later. Why quiet wealth lasts. Flashy wealth attracts problems. Quiet wealth attracts peace. The rich choose peace. That peace allows them to think long-term, act precisely, and protect what they've built. Silence becomes a shield. Final truth of this principle: real wealth doesn't announce itself. It doesn't seek attention. It doesn't beg for validation. It builds. It compounds. It waits. And when it finally shows, it's undeniable. Most people will spend their lives chasing money loudly and losing it quietly. The rich do the opposite. They master their mindset. They control their emotions. They think long-term. They own instead of only earning. They build in silence. And that mindset changes everything. If this way of thinking resonates with you, if you believe wealth should be built calmly, intelligently, and deliberately, then you belong here. This channel is for those who don't chase noise, but build power. Subscribe to The Quiet Rich. No hype, no flexing, just the mindset that changes everything.